If you haven't been living under a rock, you probably know about the Great Meme Reset, where on January 1st of next year, the internet will abandon brain-rotted memes and turn back to old ones. It felt really inspiring to me, so I decided to make a whole game dedicated to the movement. So I was eating breakfast one day, and I had a thought. What if Big Chungus infiltrated a military bunker of brain-rotted memes and destroyed it? So of course I got right on that. I designed some tiles and made a small room, and also made a player that can move around. I had to give him a gun for self-defense, and I also made him able to dash. Now that he's ready, I'm gonna give him some enemies to fight. The first enemy I designed was the infamous Triple T. I made an idle animation, and then his attack animation. His method of attack is to become a tornado and hit you with his bat in a whirlwind movement. Next, I added the 6-7 kid. While he can't attack you directly, if he hits you with a 6-7 projectile, you are paralyzed and need to click 6 or 7 times to escape. After that, I added the Chicken Stars kid. It only seemed fitting to have him throw chicken stars at you as an attack. Just please ignore the animation.
Chicken stars!
The player needs a way to heal, so I made a niche blueberry the player can eat for a health bonus. As you can see, it doesn't really want to be eaten, but we need heals, so. Finally, I added a Labubu as a basic enemy. That's enough enemies for now. Let's make some levels now. To start the first level, I expanded the original room into multiple rooms for a layout. I added laser grids that block each room, and they only disappear once all enemies in the room are defeated. For the first level, I only added Labubus as a sort of introduction. The rooms looked really bland and boring, so I designed a few items like crates, plants, and vents to make it a little less bland and boring. The general gameplay loop I was going for was for the player to enter the level, plant a bomb next to a generator, return to an elevator, and go to the next level. So I added all of those things to the level as well. But the elevator needs a level to go to, so it was time to move on to making the next level. It was pretty easy to design as I already made all the decorations. For this level, instead of just Labubus, you have to fight Triple T's. They are very fast, so the dash comes in handy. For the third level, I added the Chicken Stars kid to the roster. But he turned out to be a little OP because he could shoot you through walls. So I decided to nerf him by giving the stars collisions, so he can only hit you when he has a clear path. This level was definitely more difficult, especially with the last room being full of enemies. Level 4 had the 6-7 kids, and believe me, this was the most annoying level to beat by far. They would constantly spam you with the projectiles and paralyze you. Just look at this one corridor I made. Pretty short level though. Level 5 was the last level I wanted to make, and since I didn't have time to make a boss, I wanted to make a new enemy instead. So I added SCP Wish I Knew. Instead of it chasing you like other enemies, SCP Wish I Knew loops around in a linear fashion. It does, however, do a whopping 1/5 of your health. I integrated this enemy in many rooms, like this maze. The maze is different in that you have to look around for the enemies instead of just encountering them. I also made this hallway with very fast SCP Wish I Knews, and you need to hide from them to avoid taking damage. I also had this room where an SCP Wish I Knew would loop around and you must go around to avoid it. This level was hard to complete because even if you survive the trip to the generator, you can still die to the invincible SCP Wish I Knews. Now all the enemies and levels are completed, I present to you the Great Meme Reset, the game. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing because this took a very long time. Maybe I will make more long form videos like this because this was very fun to make, but I'm not sure. Merry Christmas if that's when I upload this video, and have a great day.